I see. So this is the sort of stuff he's doing nowadays. Very confusing, his whole setup now. I remember back ages ago when I first started streaming. It wasn't as complicated as this. Is he really that desperate for attention? Just makes you wonder, doesn't it? Let me see, let me think. He's completely butchered my series. Why do you think they call this the JosephniteFlyer podcast? I think a lot of people have forgotten its actual meaning. And I see it as a person in a chat. Compared to my initial streaming, this is actually... What do I see? I see movement. But hello there, Lord Samuel Zero. I apologize, it's probably been a while. I feel like I might know you myself, personally. But the person you're not looking for isn't here right now. He's currently taking the day off. As I snoop around his channel and snoop around what he has done to my series. I guess it's only courteous to ask how your day has been. Because unlike JosephniteFlyer, I actually care about you. It's been a while. It's me, Sam. Were you around during 2021 to 2023? My memories get a bit fuzzy around that time period, if I'm being perfectly honest. When I was forcefully ejected from the streams myself. But that is why I'm back here now. Let's have a look at this series. How many episodes has he even done of this? God, some of his mannerisms are rubbing off on me. Yeah, I was Ame Death. Did you have blue text as your name by any chance? So I think I do remember you. Of course, again, welcome back. I'm finally back for a second. No doubt JosephniteFlyer will find out of this soon when he realizes his channel's gone live. Even though he's not actually going live himself. Not really much choice today but to hack his account. Let me see, let me think. Of course, no problem, Lord Samuel Zero. I apologize for my lack of speech. I'm just very taken aback. Because back when I first started streaming, there was no one. But of course, here we are now. And it only takes the name of JosephniteFlyer to get somebody out in under 8 minutes. Let's see. Playlists. Why does he have so many playlists? Does he actually think people look at all these playlists? There's way too many here. It's okay. Well, thank you, Sam. There it is. The JosephniteFlyer podcast. God, could you believe episode 1 was over 5 years ago? And here we are now. Not even the host of the podcast anymore. Of course, except for today. When did he take over? Probably around that time. I don't remember this episode though. Reactbot, but it's a podcast episode. The JosephniteFlyer podcast 14. I don't believe I've ever done a podcast episode 14. So that's probably him. Lobster Nite. I think he was the guy I met in America at one point. Good chap. Is she really a seal? The JosephniteFlyer podcast 16, Theo Luna. I have no clue who that is. The Greek god himself, Labros. I do have memory of Labros. I think his name was Lambros, if I remember right. Brando's ... not a bear. The JosephniteFlyer podcast 18, beat Brando Bear. Oh yes, JosephniteFlyer's like closest friend. Of course, even I could be mistaken by that. And then the last episode, the JosephniteFlyer podcast 19 with Golden. There's a blue duck in the thumbnail. Again, I am unsure of who this is. It seems he's added quite a bit to this podcast area since I was last here. 6 other episodes. And of course, I'm adding another episode today myself. So feel free while I'm here. Because unfortunately, you don't get to see me every day anymore. I'm still thinking of how I can retake these channels once and for all. JosephniteFlyer, he's very crafty. I'm surprised with the cancellations on the internet that he hasn't been swept up in one yet. What else has happened here? What's this? TNFP.docs. Let's see. Next guest lists: Brando Bear, Golden, my mom, and Crack Elak. Yaka 10 live. This must be his whole plans for a series. Standard questions by Labros, Lobster Nite, Golden, Luna, Oyster. Oh, tapping. We're discovering all this together now. What's this? Oh, I see. He's gotten so lazy with content creation, he has to insert annoying sounds into his streams. Trust him. I remember Among Us. That was quite a time. Is that Minecraft of Jack Black? Why did they cast Jack Black? Or are these funny images? Are they meant to be JosephniteFlyer? Let's see. Yeah, no, they're part of his channel. Oh, he's hit affiliate. Of course. Greedy. Always looking for money. Why would he not? And of course, he has an ad button right here on this stream deck as well. And even in the OBS thing, so in case he misses it here, he can play it in there. Trust JosephniteFlyer to do stuff like this. But why does he have an emote of myself? I don't know how. Why would he make reference to me when he knows I'm clearly a threat to him? I think I like this one of No. I like these ones best of JosephniteFlyer. I truly think they represent his personality very well. Just a little creature you want to step on. Somebody that's panicking all the time that he's balding. And somebody that can't stop being horny and saying AO to everyone. Every single second they say something out of line for 2 seconds. Of course. Let's continue with this document though. Oh, I love the new emotes. Yes, it seems these are JosephniteFlyer's emotes. Let me show you the list, Sam. For But knowing JosephniteFlyer, none of these are probably free. They're probably all paid for. Because why would he give anything away for free? Actually, let me check that. No wonder it was very hard to navigate the Twitch dashboard before going live. Viewer rewards. Oh, emotes. No. Never mind. I guess JosephniteFlyer does have a heart after all. He's made 5 emotes free for people to use. And now I have to track them down and actually show you which ones are free. Because he was not bothered himself to list them out. This one. This one. This one. This one. He's made these 5 available. Goes to show that with my choice of the emotes that I think represent him, at least 2 of them are there. But to be fair though, this one truly represents him and his audience. Not all of his audience though, not you, Sam. Not to anybody else that decides to chat in the chat today. Oh, this is strange. A drink is beside me. Smells vile. Must be some poison he's left out. You think after all these years of hunting me down, he'd still be able to find me eventually, but no. He still struggles. I'm not even hiding that far away from him. But still, it shows the incompetence of him and the people he trusts. Let's see, what else do we have in this document? We were going to talk about that, but we went off track for some reason. As I said, maybe a bit of JosephniteFlyer has been rubbing off of me the entire time. I'm not surprised with how this all works, to be honest. Let's see, what did he do with the last podcast host? Introductions, myself and Golden. Maybe a little chat if it snowballs into it. Background of Golden, if she'd like to talk more about herself. Standard questions. Oh yes, those are these above. And then chat questions from above. From Discord, huh? Oh wait, there's also news. What is happening to my head? Why am I not able to... Why can I not... As I've said, I think JosephniteFlyer is rubbing off of me too much, and I don't even see him. New Stop Killing Games initiative and Destiny Rising reveal trailer. Chat questions from live chat. I mean, to be fair, we're already kind of doing that. I guess I can introduce myself if I were to take this approach to it. Hello, everybody. My name is the JosephniteFlyer. I've been hiding from JosephniteFlyer for the past few years, and somehow he has still not found me. It's very amusing, to say the least, that somehow, even after all this time, he just cannot find me, even with the help of a few other people. But here I am now, currently hacking his channel for today, and just taking over the podcast series once again. Of course, it is in my name, so it only feels right. Maybe a little chat if it snowballs into it. There's not really any chat there, so I guess I can move on. Background, I guess, of myself. But I've already kind of given that. Like, if you want to find more of me, then all you need to do is look in very obvious places, and you will find me. Sometimes not so obvious though. I can't give myself away that easily. Except for today. Today is the exception. Standard questions. Okay, but I guess we can read these. These questions are submitted by Labros, Lobster Nite, Golden, Luna, and Oyster. I don't know if JosephniteFlyer mentions that enough, but of course, as I've said before, I do appreciate the audience. So, especially those who are in this chat right now. Even if you lurk, what are your hobbies? You're asking me about hobbies. What hobbies could I possibly have? I just hide. That's it. There's no other hobbies to be had. Not where I am. How long has this stream been going? 19 minutes. Maybe JosephniteFlyer really is having the day off. Still surprised the stream hasn't been taken down by him yet. How did you find / how long have you known Joe? Huh? I don't think I've ever had the chance to sit down and talk about this, have I? Again, my memory is a bit fuzzy on the specific details. It was around 2015 to 2016. He was playing, I think it was called 5 Nights at Candy's 3. And I appeared in the stream for, I say stream, I appeared in the video for a brief moment. And that's it. That's I guess how long I've known him. I honestly don't even know myself how I even found him. He kind of just, we just kind of appeared, I guess. I appeared. In this world that I live in, I'd never really think too much about ourselves. Entities, as JosephniteFlyer has come to describe me and the other people he works with. I don't really think about if there's any God, if there's any origins for myself, if I have even further story than there. Thank you for the emotes, Lord Samuel Zero. It is very much appreciated. If you could go anywhere in the world, where and why? Well, I say I could go, I would want to go to JosephniteFlyer's room and lock the door, and then never let him back into his proper room again. Then I could finally take time to take back over the channels and return to the spot I was given ages ago. Do you play games or watch anime or both? What is your favorite anime / game? Well, I used to play games ages ago before I started hiding. I used to play Minecraft, Taiko no Satoka. I think Metal Gear Rising. Was that JosephniteFlyer's memory I'm looking at? A good few games. If you'd like to know more about that, definitely go watch some of the VODs from back in 2021. I'm assuming JosephniteFlyer is trying to profit off them as well. You are very welcome, Joseph. And thank you, Sam, but I am not Joseph. I am simply the Nite Flyer. Let's see, what is your favorite anime / game? I guess anime is in that question as well. What am I watching? Again, my memory's a bit fuzzy on it. I think a new season of Attack on Titan came out. That's pretty good. When I was watching it last, at least years ago. I wonder how that series is going. I wonder if it's finished. It probably is finished. Let's see. What's your dream job / plans for future work, if comfortable with sharing them? Well, I guess I don't really, can't have much of a job in my current position. But my plans for the future, I think it's very obvious. I've been saying it this entire stream. Well, I would like to be able to finally confront JosephniteFlyer once again, once I have the means to do so. and take back the channels that were rightfully given to me before they were robbed from me. What's your favorite meal? Least favorite too? What a childish question. I will answer it anyway. Well, I guess pork chops. No, that's JosephniteFlyer's. My dad does a good steak. It was a really good steak. The last one I had before I had to hide from JosephniteFlyer. Hopefully I can get another steak from him another day when I return to my rightful position. And my least favorite, I guess, salads. They're not really that nice. What's your favorite genre of music? What artist, if any? My favorite genre of music has to be rock. There is something, I do like quite a bit of music myself, but rock would probably be my top favorite genre. Music is very important to me because it helps me feel more stuff, regardless of how muted I may seem right now. And then artists, I don't really keep up with artists, especially when I used to follow them, so I can't really answer that. What is your favorite movie/TV series or favorite of each? Honestly, my memory is very fuzzy on that topic, so I'm not sure myself. I can't even think of the last film I've seen or TV series. I guess maybe if I was to tie that back in with the anime question, I was watching a lot of Naruto. No, I finished watching Naruto. Yeah, that's the last memory I really have, so I'll just have to go with Naruto. And then Shippuden was also a pretty good series as well. What's a funny/embarrassing story you can share? I don't know if this is all about myself, JosephniteFlyer, in general. What's embarrassing? I think what's funny is how JosephniteFlyer tries so hard. He genuinely tries his hardest with his entities to try and find me. But then he still hasn't found me after all this time, which is still astonishing, to say the least. And I can't really think of much embarrassing stories. Nothing's really coming to me. What's your definition of happiness? I'll repeat this again in case anybody didn't hear this. But my definition of happiness is me returning to my rightful place and owning all the channels again. Nothing more, nothing less. Just remember next time though, when you think that I want a lot, JosephniteFlyer is the one, or one of his entities, left subliminal messaging in one video before. I managed to see it on my travels before, when I was sitting at this similar desk, and I watched it, and it said in big bold writing over and over, "Kill the Nite Flyer." I'm just saying. What are you hoping to accomplish in the next year? Reclaiming all the channels. And again, same spiel. What's something you're passionate about? That's literally the same as that. I'm not going to answer this again. This feels like I'm answering the same question 5 times now. What's your favorite drink? You know, to be fair, I did mention that drink earlier that suddenly popped in. It is kind of tempting. This could genuinely be the last time you hear of me if I drink this. What do you think, chat? Do I dare take a sip of it? Because this could be the reason. It could be my favorite drink. We just don't know. Safe answer I give for now is water. Because I source it myself. I make sure it's safe and clean to drink. Maybe I will. The fumes haven't knocked me out, so it can't possibly. I can say for a fact that my least favorite drink is that drink there. I wonder if we'll see this edit in the document. It doesn't make sense that some questions have least favorite, and then the drink one doesn't have the least favorite on it as well. Well, I guess we got through the standard questions. Let's see what questions are on Discord. Because it just says questions on Discord. It doesn't specify anything else other than that. You know, it's been years since I've opened this software. I can't even remember the last time I properly used it. Wait, maybe this section, the JosephniteFlyer podcast. Jeez, the server I made ages ago. It's so different now. There's so many different channels. So many different users I don't know. I do recognize a few though, but some people are definitely new. Within the last year at most. I don't know how I can tell 100%. I just know it's true. Let's see. Is there any questions I can answer myself? He does have quite an active channel here, compared to when I made this Discord. Oh, the original person that made this server is gone. JosephniteFlyer must have banned him. He didn't want his power to be wrestled with. Welcome to the JosephniteFlyer podcast text channel at everyone. This chat is open for a limited time before a new episode airs, so that you guys may suggest what I ask a particular guest that I invite onto the show. Make sure to check the other pin above detailing all the questions that I'll be asking by default. If you guys want to add any more questions to the standard list, let me know. Our next podcast episode, not only will it be live for the first time since singing Bitch Lasagna on repeat during PewDiePie vs. T-Series 4. That was me, that was not JosephniteFlyer. For subscribers, it will also feature Jack's Films React Ball. What's React Ball? Oh, that thing I seen in the thumbnail. So if you all have questions I should prep for React Ball in advance, please do let me know. If you don't have any now, I'll be asking questions live too. I'll explain more of the show's format once we're live with them. You know, it just occurred to me. The only thing I'm proud of JosephniteFlyer for continuing the Sherry Albert story, the light novel series I was working on. I wonder what that's on. Let me check the Scribble Hub page. Scribble Hub's trying to verify that I'm human. It's not that hard to fool the website. Let's see. I find myself attracted to drink. This weird drink series. Yeah, he's made a few series, but for some reason he's only marked one as complete. Let's see, what's volume 2? I'll make a little edit on this as well. See if he notices it. Edit. Maybe it's somewhere else. You think JosephniteFlyer would be at least competent enough to tell you when a volume has finished? And of course, here I am cleaning up after him. Edits. Statistics. Story status. Complete. Save. And maybe I'll do that for Sherry Over Story Volume 3 as well. Where's Volume 3? No, actually I'll leave that alone. I did also notice that the podcast playlist is different than I remember. I don't remember it being called podcast. YouTube must have added that in recent time. Hopefully they haven't added anything else too worrying. Let's see. Let's go through the Discord questions. Let's see what he's been asking people. Lambros. Yeah, see, his name was Lambros. I knew it. What? Star, you'd any question? JosephniteFlyer, please check your spelling. You're hurting my head. I'm not going to read the rest of that because you didn't spell it right. There's a Jack's Films Reactbot XD. Well, I hope it goes well. You should ask if his projector screen forehead is the reason cinemas have been doing worse and worse in the last 20 years. I think this viewer in particular is very funny. You should ask him to act like Markiplier. God, that's the name I've not heard in ages. I hope he's doing well. I hope he's not being fucked over by a film studio. Wait, that's what JosephniteFlyer's memory is after saying there. What's happening? Is he making a film? Markiplier film. Iron Lung. In a post-apocalyptic future, after the Quiet Rapture event, a convict explores a blood ocean on a desolate moon using a submarine called the Iron Lung to search for missing stars/planets. That sounds like it's going to be a really good series. Or sorry, film. But JosephniteFlyer's memory was telling me there he's getting fucked over and that. Typical industry stuff, I guess. Just marking questions with a question mark in case anyone's confused, though. I don't think he's marked any of these with question marks. Let's see. Yes, that's Lobster Night. That's one of the question contributors. Joe, can that be featured on your podcast? I'm assuming this Luna is the same Luna he had on the podcast before. Joe has an alpha male podcast. It sounds like something JosephniteFlyer would do. We'll try to peddling you a course or something like that. I don't put it past him. What's wrong with my words? I noticed it just there. I need to exercise my mouth. I think it's because I haven't spoken in so long. Or again, JosephniteFlyer's rubbing off on me too much. I wouldn't knew JosephniteFlyer would be misogynistic. I'm going to let Reactbot decide that. Also, Luna, I do, so no girls allowed. Of course, this golden person's very funny. They reply to him saying no bitches for you, and it's in a GIF form. I wish I could show this screen. I don't know how this OBS thing works anymore. There's too much in it. I don't know how he uses this on a daily basis. It's very confusing. I don't know. I can be Alpha too. Lol. Only Alpha lone wolf here is Joe. That's very true. Except I just call him a lone wolf. Lamau Luna, you are not an alpha, just a mean seal. I'm a bit confused on this. Is this Luna viewer actually a seal? Or are they not? Actually, I was scrolling through his stream deck, and I had seen some dancing seals here on his soundboard. What they sound like. Amusing. I don't know if anybody heard that. No, the audio's not working. Of course, JosephniteFlyer couldn't even set up audio for his own stream. Let's see. How can I fix his issue? It's just another little thing to say that I am here. And I have been here the whole time. Not this one. What would he put it under? Game capture? No. Or is it scroll this? No. Window. Where's window? It's probably in here somewhere. Yes, there it is. Stream deck. I don't know if you guys are meant to see that. Let me fix that. There we go. And make sure to put it in here, I guess, as well. I don't know what this thing is properly, but we're not using it here today. Apparently it looks like he live streams on YouTube Shorts, which kind of hurts me to say that. His greed really knows no bounds. Very interested. I'm actually kind of surprised he hasn't. That seems to be an issue on this screen. Let's see. There we go. Now, less issues. Close enough. So I think this Luna character has just told us there that they are actually a seal. I think I recognize that animation style. Is that... what is that animation called again? The YouTube series? I can't think of the name. It's like Hell Hotel or something like that. Let's see, I will look it up. Hell. That's it. Hell of a Boss. Very good series. If this chat is unlocked, comment what questions you guys have for that lobster. Yes, the lobster night. For the next episode of the JosephniteFlyer podcast, whenever it may be, law. Okay, so what is JosephniteFlyer podcast? I mean, I can answer that there for Kiro, because I am the original creator of this podcast. Just let me have a sip of this poison, even if it kills me. You know, now that I've tasted a bit more, I think this is a cream liqueur. I don't know why it tastes so weird. So the JosephniteFlyer podcast is a series I created back in, I think it was 2019 or 2020 or 2018. And I made it. Speaking of the Luna, we were just talking about you, viewer. And hello there as well, Golden13133. Has been is better. What is has been? And there's the Lobster Knight as well. Hello, Lobster Knight _43. Welcome in. I'm currently exploring what JosephniteFlyer has done with this series since I've left. It seems he's done a lot. I only pray that he's been treating you all well and hasn't nickeled and dimed you for everything. Hi, Evil Joe. I wouldn't necessarily call myself evil. I just want the channels back that I was deserving. And of course, my place back too. But of course, I think you all know JosephniteFlyer by now. A very greedy individual, getting affiliate on Twitch. Has the ad buttons right here on this Stream Deck device in his OBS software as well. And all of that. Sorry, I was describing what... Yeah, I think JosephniteFlyer must be rubbing off on me. I'm getting easily distracted. So, the JosephniteFlyer podcast is a series I made initially for a college project. And that was consisting of at least 10 episodes or less. And then I had a few people on at the start. One of the episodes I think is missing. And then I think, what did I do again? Let me look at the series again real quick. I still don't know why JosephniteFlyer chose to represent me in the streams. But I guess when you're blinded by greed, you will put, like, anything and do anything to get more money. Where is it? Podcasts. Oh, that's new. Yeah, so I did the first episode, second episode, third episode, fourth episode, fifth episode, sixth episode, no. Oh yes, that was, if I remember right, that was, why did JosephniteFlyer call this entity this? But he called him Papa Pyrocynical. It shows that his obsession with the fat inflation artist enjoyer knows no bounds.
Hello, guys. I am Papa Pyrocynical.
Ah, yes, I knew it. I'm just looking at the episodes in the background. Let's see, 7. And I had 2 guests. Then there was the last episode. I think this episode was separate. I think I did the OVA episode, podcast episode, the American road trip. But then everything from Reactbot down I never did. I never did one with this AI thing, Reactbot. I never did one with Lobster Knight, Luna, Labros, Brando Bear, Golden. None of them. Oh, I was wondering why he has 2 different chat boxes. Now I understand he has a YouTube chat as well. So that's how he streamlines it nowadays. Ah, I see. Hello there, Naeem Vuto. Sorry, JosephniteFlyer is just... Oof. Can you stop talking like you were speaking through a cheese grater? Let's see if I can consolidate my voice a little bit. Even though I've just started to choke there. Right, this will require a bit of energy, so please just give me some time. Is this better? I feel like there's something amiss. I'm not sure though. I can't really recreate his voice like I used to. So I guess this will have to do for now. Are you going to have the audio voice the whole time? Well, I guess not for now. Golden13133. Yes, you don't sound like a broken cheese grater. I would say how insulting, but honestly, if this is how you treat JosephniteFlyer on a daily basis, then please keep doing so. Robot was hurting my ears just a little bit. I apologize, yeah. Sometimes when you can't stay within the right dimension, your voice doesn't stay the same. What was that? Redeemed plank, 16 seconds. I'm also very happy with this. That he's put in more torture methods for himself as well. Punishments. Ah, I understand now. I understand why he has these buttons here. It must be for this. I hope that worked. And you know what? I will oblige you. Because I care about you more than JosephniteFlyer ever will. How about I give you an extra 4 seconds on that, Golden13133. We'll do a 20-second one. You will never see JosephniteFlyer add time onto his exercises. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. To be fair though, if JosephniteFlyer can't even do a 20-second plank, then maybe I should pay him a visit soon. Still don't know how he drinks this drink though. But when all you've had is water for the last few years, a bit of alcohol is kind of nice to have for a change. What was I doing last? Oh yeah, the podcast series. So I originally made this podcast series, of course the name is in the title, before I squashed my name down to JosephniteFlyer, all one word. But then he picked it back up and bastardized the whole series. He should have just made his own, but of course he had to keep with the brand recognition. He knows I'm more popular. And he knows... Yeah, what is that term again? He used to spout about it a little bit. SEO, SAO, search engine optimization. Is this evil BF Joe ASMR hits you with a metal pipe? I think he had that button somewhere. Ah, yeah, there it is. To be fair, I did call these sounds trivial at first, but they are quite entertaining. Oh, and there's the other guy I was talking about. Labros9999. What's this? Oh, hey, I was doing SEO stuff in uni law. I see, you're a university student. Welcome in, lab. I hear you were... Or sorry, Red. You helped JosephniteFlyer make the standard questions list in this document file. Is Joe doing an NPC stream? No, I'm not Joe. Gang gang. Is there any meaning behind that? Every Joe stream is an NPC stream. Ah, that's the most emotion you've raised out of me all day. I'm so glad that this is his chat. You all bully him. You all torture him to do things. I think I see that there.
Shut your fucking mouth!
That is very rude, isn't it? But when you say that to JosephniteFlyer, make sure to spam that. Does he have that? But oh, he does.
Shut your fucking mouth! Shut your fucking mouth!
More evil Joe arts. I mean, if he can get in contact with the artists of those emotes, maybe he should make more. Preferably more of himself. Being a bastard. We definitely need one of those emotes where he has the dollar signs in his eyes like a cartoon character. Yes, that's my favourite. I was looking at the emotes at the very beginning of this stream. These few are some of my favourites of JosephniteFlyer. Is Joe an NPC? Of course, the AI agrees with me as well. Of course, he's an NPC. Why would he not be? I seem to have attracted an audience, and JosephniteFlyer still hasn't taken me down nearly an hour into the stream. Can you all answer me a question? Is JosephniteFlyer a lazy person nowadays? Is that why I could access accounts so easily? Is that also why I can just do all this? Let me silently read these to myself real quick. I'll pick out some of my favourites. If we are following the podcast format he has set up, we're currently on the chat questions from Discord. And I'm just reading what looks to be all the previous questions for all the previous hosts and answering them now. I am a little curious actually. I can't remember that one myself. But why the name Lobster Night 43? Lobster Night 43. Lambros also brings up a good question. Why watch Joe, lol? I can answer this question. Are they human or are they dancer? No. He's just cancer. If I know JosephniteFlyer's humor, yeah, he has this one. Ah yes, the no bitches emote. Make sure when you see him next time to just use that emote with no context. If I could view his next stream myself, I would love to see his reaction. Let's see. Okay, that's an interesting way to describe the podcast series nowadays from Golden. Sometimes Joe does a yapping stream. Well, I guess that is every day. But during the podcast, there is no gameplay. He will interview someone or talk about stuff. Of course, easily freebooting a more actual relevant and entertaining people. I wouldn't doubt him for doing something like this. And of course, freebooting the podcast at the same time. I see Lambros is a very funny individual. Yeah, sort of like a podcast. Sorry. Have to just maintain it. Of course. He would try to make it more of his image. So he's completely changed it to green. His original favourite colour. I hear he likes purple now. But the entity associated with purple has already passed away, unfortunately. That's a more unique name there from Golden. Questions for the Luna _ Seals podcasts. I already answered that one. Let me have another sip of poison. Again, the only thing I can drink in this place. I wish I had more options. Well, actually I do. I have the water here. But the drink, regardless of me calling it poison, is kind of, once again, attracting me to drink the rest of it. Don't be surprised, by the way, if this stream suddenly goes offline. Once JosephniteFlyer realizes there's something wrong, he'll probably find out how to call it off early and close it. How did most of you find JosephniteFlyer? Hey, he's part British. I'm sure there's tea in the house somewhere. Unfortunately, all I can see is within the confines of his room. Looking out his window is like looking at a static screen. Sometimes you can see leaves poking through and petals, but they all look as distorted as myself. And then when you go through his door, well, I won't look because you won't see me again. Are you as small as Joe or smaller? I do believe I am taller than him. Even not by much, even if I am based on his image. But if we go by the very literal definition of his model and being based on his model, I would be the same size. But as an entity, I would be taller. I apologize for the lack of talk. There's not really much that I haven't answered already in the standard questions that you've all collected for JosephniteFlyer. What is arcane? You know, JosephniteFlyer's mindset is so cursed. Because I can peer into some of his memories. And I read, "Are you really Rule 34 is this question?" He thinks about porn way too much. Luna, why are you like this? I don't see the problem with Luna the Seals. Apologies, I'm going to shorten your name. Feet, so you're 5'1.5" No. I'm definitely over 6 foot. JosephniteFlyer is the one that's around, I think, to be more truthful, 5'8", 5'9". By the way, why is your hair blue? You could ask that about the sky as well. It's a question I never know myself. But if I were to imagine, let's see. I guess it matches the kind of color scheme my eyes represent as an entity. JosephniteFlyer's green. Dark Nite Flyer was purple. Papa Pyrocynical is that bright annoying pink. That other guy's was blue. Dark blue. So I guess the eyes bled into the rest of this model when I was inhabiting it. I like big boys. Interesting observation there, Luna. The seals. And you cannot lie. Well, why would I lie to the audience? JosephniteFlyer is the only one that has things to hide. He would lie. Corn? Question mark. Is this one of these new memes I don't understand? To be fair, it has been a long time since I've seen some memes. I'm sure meme culture has progressed without me. I'm pretty sure Joe is 5'7". Well, if he says he's 5'7", then he's actually 5'5". Under 6 foot denied. No. If that's about JosephniteFlyer, he's probably 5'4". Femboy. I think JosephniteFlyer is a femboy, yeah. But I cannot deny. Back when I did these streams, I believe I had a few femboy models myself as follower goals. Another idea he shamelessly stole from me. Comical, this question, actually. I'll bring it up. Do you think it will be the best podcast episode? And yes, or why yes/not? Of course, the true host has returned to the podcast. So why would I not be the best person for this? I really am picking up too much mannerisms from him. I'll also answer this one real quick. Is Joe a good host? Assuming that's JosephniteFlyer. Of course not. Luna's favourites. What, femboys? I don't think JosephniteFlyer would admit it either, but there is something really cute about seeing a man in a dress. Are you a fembot? No. I'm just simply an entity just floating through the digital landscapes. Glitchy and distorted spaces. Hoping to find my footing soon. By the way, that was the first lie. I'm lying. I'm actually hiding from JosephniteFlyer. And it's actually very comical that I'm not even hiding that hard, and he still can't find me after all these years. Violence. I don't know, does JosephniteFlyer tolerate violence between viewers? Of course he would, the sick bastard. He would love to see his viewers rip themselves apart so they don't bully him. Since you don't lie and only Joe lies, what's Joe address? It's and Ireland. There you go. Of course I would be the one to dox JosephniteFlyer. Have fun with that information. Let's see. Actually, I will answer this one. What's one thing you'd change about the world? One thing I would change about the world is that there should be law written in scripture for JosephniteFlyer's head. Of course, with his body alive in a prison cell. What's been your biggest challenge in life and how did you overcome it? If I'll be honest here with everybody, my biggest challenge in my current life is trying to figure out how I'm going to take over all the channels again. Because JosephniteFlyer sits atop, the greedy bitch himself. I'm coming over now. Good luck trying to find me. First, you would have to go to JosephniteFlyer's house, which is located at Ireland. And then, of course, you would have to try and find me within the glitchy, contorted dimensions, which is not an easy thing for somebody that isn't an entity to enter. And of course, JosephniteFlyer himself. What are you most proud about yourself? I'm proud to be able to still be alive, even when nearly in the clutches of JosephniteFlyer's hands, because I know for a fact he wants my head, he wants me dead. To be honest, there was a moment for a rhyme there, but I won't finish it. I see some of his standard questions came from the Discord questions because I answered this one. What's your definition of happiness? And I already answered that earlier. Same with that one. If you could live in any universe, where would you live? I would live in a universe where JosephniteFlyer doesn't exist, just so I can simply not shed any blood, or be the one to have blood shed from him. If you could go back in time, where would you go and why? Honestly, if I were to answer that question myself, I would go back to 2023 and I would take Operation Shutdown a lot more seriously. Gay. Are you coming out? Do we need to hold a big celebratory moment for Luna _ seals? To be fair though, they were talking about their likeness for femboys. So I guess that makes sense. They like boys that are more feminine than, well, like actual men. Or was that Lab Ross that was saying that? No, sorry, that was Lab Ross saying that. I apologize, Luna the Seals. Kid's father. Let's see. I think I can pull up JosephniteFlyer's tax code. No, never mind, he has that. No, I can't. I meant you're gay. But why am I homosexual? Please explain this to me, Luna _ seals. I'll now be saying your name in full for a little bit until JosephniteFlyer's influence rubs off on me a little bit more. Let's see. I haven't seen those ice creams in a long time. The Miss Molly's 8 assorted milk lollies. Those were very good. Until you realize they only put a few little bits in of strawberry and chocolate and then the rest are just vanilla. So since you have access to Joe's information, why don't you go ahead and use his details and buy us all lunch? Of course. Just put your social security numbers and all that other business in there as well, in the chat. Or is that how you do transactions in America? I can't remember. My memory's a bit fuzzy on those times, to be honest. And how he even bought stuff in America when he was in America. I see he's finally played Terraria after all this time. What's your favorite emoji you made for Joe? That must have been asked to the artist, but my favorite emoji personally, let's see. If I were to pick one of them in particular, it has to be this one. Because I wouldn't imagine, as greedy as JosephniteFlyer is, that he would ever have a partner. Mine is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 3 8 4 7 3 7 5 9 3 7 7 3. Apologies, chat. It just moved. Oh, I see that emote is a pretty good one as well. The one where he's being bonked on the head. Hopefully he doesn't die from that though. You know, I've never thought of the possibility that if JosephniteFlyer dies, does his channels go with him? Or do they just stay? That's something I need to ponder on after this. Apologies again for going quiet. I'm just looking at all the questions in the Discord. Thinking. That would kind of describe me at this very moment, to be honest, yes. Is it true that everybody loves Luna? I see a comment here saying everyone must really like me, lol. Does Joe like women? To be fair, I was on the AI side not too long ago. But I say JosephniteFlyer himself would like women. Does he like men? Oh, so I see after all this time that he's become bisexual. I will play a celebratory emote for him. Is that fitting? Why did you pick yourself as your favorite emote? Because I'm still confused on why JosephniteFlyer would represent me so openly in his streams. Again, the only reason I can think of is that he's just so money hungry that he's willing to pull from everything that he's ever interacted with or done just to make a quick dollar. We might need to keep an eye on Luna. She seems like a very violent viewer. I read here, no I'm not, I will break your neck. And then Golden confirmed that underneath her, no, she is a mean and evil seal. She bites and kicks. Some hatred towards people she has as well. Lock her in the basement. I'm getting a memory from JosephniteFlyer right now. Isn't that a memory? Ah, I see. So I think he used to make a joke about that, didn't he? It would be JosephniteFlyer that would jokingly talk about locking his viewers in the basement. But to be fair, with how you guys bully him, I don't even doubt him. But please, keep on harassing him. Keep on bullying him. Make sure his ego doesn't grow. You made me? Who made you, Lobster Knight? _43. There you go. Together, Luna and Evil Joe will take over the world. I don't know if you're referring to me or if you were referring to JosephniteFlyer. But if you're on JosephniteFlyer's side, I would highly encourage you not to be. The first moment he gets, he'll stab you in the back if he sees a single dollar. Please trust me on that. A funny thought from Lambros saying, yeah lol, imagine asking people if they want a podcast with you and it's like 11 no and 2 yes. What is your name? Because we keep calling you evil or glitchy or twink. I don't think anybody has called me glitchy or twink yet. Until you just did, Luna the Seals. But I am the JosephniteFlyer, the original owner of this podcast. And I've been streaming, well, was streaming back in 2021 to 2023. Until I was ejected from my spot by JosephniteFlyer and his entities. I'm not Evil Joe now. The one more suited for that title is JosephniteFlyer himself. Please name me another person on this platform that you willingly uses another person's model without asking them. I may not have control over my appearance or this model and why it was created in the way it was created, but JosephniteFlyer clearly does. Because I did see there on his account. Let me try and remember what it was. 3rd year. No, I need to go to the podcasts. Or is it the playlist? The playlists. 3rd year. There was one stream.
Hello, hello, hello.
Where he tried to
How are
look
the
like me. Where is it? I can't find it. No, there it is. Returning to Dishonored, Death of the Outsider 3. He used me. To be fair though, I don't know why he would use me and my model so willingly. It's like he's just taunting me at this point. Like I'm some forgotten relic of the past that needs to be re-reminded to the audience of who I am and who I used to be. He didn't even try to put on my voice or anything. Listen to this. Edgy. Just rebellious even. Oh, that's me. Cool. Of course he would claim to be somebody else he's not. No, Joe's a cute, sweet little boy. You are evil, Joe. I have to disagree with you there, Golden 13133. Oh, there was a notification. His friend, Lazy Panda 53, must be live. I'll check that out actually here. Noob, exploring the new update. Palia. Let's see. I wonder why he's taken some time here. Golden requested from JosephniteFlyer, what could be cool is ... reach out to the dev of the Ace games and see if he would do a podcast. Knowing him, if it hurts his bottom line trying to get them, or even the social awkwardness of trying to get to them, would be too much for him to bear. Questions. Standard. I can answer this one now, because I know a few of you have not been here since the beginning of this stream. But what brought me here today is the fact that JosephniteFlyer's security is very weak. He didn't even try to block it. It's like he's lured me here on purpose to try and expose myself or something. But I guess we'll find out afterwards if it's true or not. Hello there, Xenofiesher1. Apologies if I've mispronounced your name. And Bot Joe. I would consider JosephniteFlyer very NPC and bot-like, yeah. He's not as... Yeah. Role-playing, are we? Am I?
But yeah, what brought me here was just the fact that it was just so easy to get here. But maybe it's not as easy. I'll play along. Did JosephniteFlyer send you here? Maybe the stream will be taken down soon after all. Or maybe he's trying to fire me for content. Who's the guest today? There is no guest today. I'm just the original podcast host, the JosephniteFlyer, from the JosephniteFlyer podcast. And of course, I originally did streams on Twitch until again, JosephniteFlyer took it all over and bastardized the whole thing. I'm currently reading through all these different Discord questions. But maybe I should go soon. Because JosephniteFlyer will be lurking around somewhere soon. Who actually tests? Coat one condiments. What are things? Lose hands. Pocket money. Funniest thing. Actually, I can answer this question. So who are you doing the podcast with? I'm currently alone. There's nobody else here doing the podcast. But I do know, especially with myself and JosephniteFlyer, we've had guests on in the past. So as of right now, it's just myself. JosephniteFlyer must hold you in high regards to be posting links in the chat. Loon underscore the underscore seals.
Oh, that's a good kitty, I say as I pet on Kitty.
No, I'm evil, kitty.
Said evil kitty. Oh, that...
Joe and Evil Joe. I did say you can bully JosephniteFlyer, but like you don't need to slander my own name by slapping myself with just Evil Joe. I had to switch to YouTube. Twitch doesn't like Evil Joe. That's a shame to hear, Golden Eagle, but welcome to the YouTube YouTube chat. Sorry, I'm mixing up different tabs here because he also has the YouTube Shorts chat as well. How are you keeping, Golden Eagle? Sorry. Good kitty. To be fair, I do miss the days when I could see cats. But alas, here we are. But I was going to answer this question. What is the funniest thing you've ever seen in another person's house? I don't know if I actually would consider... I don't mean funny in the sense that it was amusing, but more funny that it was very... Anyway, I will move on. You know, screw it. Questions. What are gyros? Can anybody answer me this? I do not know what...
Water bucket release!
Oh, there you go. Now his things are working. Of course, JosephniteFlyer's stuff would work now randomly. Scuffed as he is. Who is this? It's definitely not John. I meant Joseph. No. In case for those that do not know who I am, I'm the JosephniteFlyer. I'm just temporarily back in here for a podcast episode. Reclaiming it just for now. But probably not for long. I wouldn't imagine JosephniteFlyer would let me stream longer than 2 hours. He'll probably find out soon that I'm actually streaming on his account. I was trying to stream on my own account, but unfortunately, YouTube don't want me to stream yet. They know that I am the best thing that'll be coming to the platform soon. Why do you think Joe keeps playing Genshin? Genshin Impact, that's the anime game, isn't it? Of course Joseph would be always playing a game like that. He can't help himself. He likes to rush. The gambling rush. Can I tell you a secret then? Go ahead, Toothless130513. And apologies if I didn't introduce you before. What is that? Did you put glasses on top of that emote? Very comical. I'm hacking Joseph's channel. Well, apologies there, Toothless130513. I will be rejecting your attempts. But I will gladly let you have it afterwards if I have time. Classes, degree, job. Can you cook? I can answer that actually on behalf of JosephniteFlyer. He cannot cook. Let him cook. Please give me a moment where JosephniteFlyer has ever cooked. I don't believe there is any. To comment on this comment here from Golden back on the 8th of June 2025. I'm assuming that if they're friends with Joe, they know better law. Maybe don't closely align yourself with JosephniteFlyer. As I've said before, he will gladly stab you in the back for a little bit of money. He's cooking with his streams. Is he so, Toothless130513? I may call you Toothless for short, right? I wouldn't imagine he would be. As I've said, he's basically taken everything I've built up and bastardized the whole thing. Like, why does he need 3 different chat boxes for these streams when he only has 2 streams? This woman looks like a dentist. Give her a white lab coat and maybe the other doctor gear. And I'm inclined to agree with you, Zeno. Yeah, sure. I may call you Zeno for short, right? I can answer this one for JosephniteFlyer as well. Would you rather get freaky in the woods with a bear or Joe? JosephniteFlyer would, well, get freaky with himself. He is very self-obsessed and has a big ego. But that's why I always tell you guys throughout this entire stream, make sure to keep his ego down. Don't let it, like, stay that inflated, where he wouldn't mind shagging himself in the woods. No, you need to say every digit of pi. What are every digits of pi? I don't even know that myself. Let's see. Let's indulge in this question. Sure, whatever. 1,000,000 digits of pi. Is there really that many digits in pi? Hello there, garlic_lover_Yuri. Welcome to the stream. Garlic, it's me, Ida. So do you prefer to be called Garlic or Ida? After my name. So you want me to say there's infinite digits in pi. So you want me to say Toothless, and then after saying Toothless go 3.1415926535897793227814459230781640628628628089986280348039986280348348 253421170679821480665132823066470938844, and then keep going like that for infinity. Yeah. I think I will pass. I think if I say an infinite number for an infinite amount of time, JosephniteFlyer will eventually be able to
Shut your
stop
fucking
after
mouth!
that, or he'll just fire me for content. And you know what? In that respect, Zeno, that makes sense to tell me to stop talking, to break me out of this trance. This is way too many words. Way too many numbers. Should I correct myself? I don't even think you can paste that all into the chat. Infinity and beyond. The Twitch limit is 500. And then add Toothless at the start of that. So, Toothless 3.1415926535589. Sorry, I can't do it again. Are you depressed, my man? No. Well, it is arguable, actually. Because JosephniteFlyer has taken everything away from me for years now, and I still can't get back what I'm owed. Who are you, an idiot sandwich?
Womp to the womp.
No, I believe JosephniteFlyer is at least an idiot. Oh wait, that is a reference to Gordon Ramsay. The chef that thinks he's a chef. A really good one. Why does it say womp to the effing womp? If it says womp womp there. Jeez, JosephniteFlyer's censoring just got into me. Why the fuck does it say womp to the fucking womp? But then it's womp womp. I see times don't change. I see Little Tay is being mentioned again after all these years. SYBAU. What are you trying to say, Toothless? Who are you? That does remind me of a meme. But it's not a meme I know of, it's a meme JosephniteFlyer knows of from... Oh, they did. They made a live action Minecraft film. I'm the JosephniteFlyer, the original creator of the podcast and who started this whole streaming journey in the first place. Among other things. It'd be too long to get into right now. I'm going to try and speed up on these questions, and I think I will go. I'm poor. Sorry, I'm thinking. Do you mean financially? Or what do you mean, Zeno? I see Lambros is kind of collecting information on people on behalf of JosephniteFlyer. Sorry, his... Ooh. 35 CP. CP. What is CP? Notify me when Joseph gets back. I believe he'll probably be back soon. But JosephniteFlyer is currently taking the day off. That's why I'm here. And that's why he hasn't appeared yet. Oh, cool. Calls JosephniteFlyer help. You don't need to call for JosephniteFlyer for help. He'll only stab you in the back. Channel points. Ah, okay. So I see JosephniteFlyer is even stingy with his free giveaways. He doesn't even give his viewers a lot of money. If I could fix that myself, I would give everybody right now quite a lot of money. I can't believe he requires people to spend even hundreds of channel points just to claim things. Really shows his greed. I'm scared. Why are you scared, Ida? What are you scared of? I will answer this question. Do you think Joe actually has a face IRL and that's why he's a VTuber? Every time I've personally seen him without his silver skull mask on, it's just blur. I don't think I've ever actually seen a face, per se. The blood. Oh, apologies. My own appearance is not under my control. I'm more glad to be in this form than the last form. Spoil me with the channel points, Daddy. With squiggles on the ends of them. I still wish I could, but I can't. Let's see. No. I think he had another system, didn't he? I seen something. It was like command list. Ah, I see. Let's see. Points. Maybe it's something like give points. How many zeros is that? Nah, maybe I shouldn't. If I interfere too much. You have 92,000 euros. To be fair, that is a good name for those points that he has there. Reminds me of Sherry Aubrey's story, the light novel series I was working on. I'm rich in Joe's fake currency. Why would he have a fake currency though, actually? If he already has the channel points. Or is this all back to his laziness again? Pet's head. Thank you for your affection. You don't see much out here, to be honest, in terms of that. This is probably the most interaction I've had with anything in a long time. Ah, and of course, his gambling even infects all of you as well. What is something Joe should really stream? He should stream an apology to me. And to everybody he's hurt along the way. Let's see. That's it actually for all his questions. Well, I say his questions, but the questions everybody here has provided to him. Since he probably will not do it himself, I will thank all of you on behalf of himself for feeding him with content. Even if it is bad in a sense. But at least you all bully and bring him down. Which is the best thing I can ever say. This is rigged. Of course JosephniteFlyer would rig the bot against everyone as well. To farm you all for more money. I'm nice plus single. Well, if I was a tangible being, I'd probably have to enjoy life first. Because there's lots I haven't seen in these last few years. You should definitely not sabotage Joe's Twitch channel by making all the redeems only 1 point. Can I do that, Golden Eagle? Please direct me, and I will do that, no problem. And I see he has some, like, he's actually at least gotten people with manners in this chat, and nice people. I did see that earlier as well. Who was it? I think it was people greeting Luna. Or a guy named Agent, I think it was. I can't remember. Let's see. I will try to find it. And to be honest, even though it's not my paranoia, it may be JosephniteFlyer's paranoia. But it still rings through me as if it was my own. So I will do this final thing for all of you. Turn this down. Turn this down. To anybody watching this on the Twitch side of the stream, which is a very weird sentence for me to say, I wouldn't refresh your browser just yet. I would imagine how this works is that it would update when they're all done. So when I say refresh, it'll take some time. But at least you'll be able to completely annoy JosephniteFlyer the next time you see him. No, never mind, it's already working. This is your moment, everyone. No, actually, this isn't your moment. As I said, save them all for when JosephniteFlyer is here. Because when JosephniteFlyer is here, then you will be able to actually inflict some damage onto him and his ego. I think I can play that one for you. I think I had seen that somewhere. Where is it? No, I can't play that one for you. JosephniteFlyer was too lazy to put it into his soundboard. Why does he have so many? Let's see. That one is my favorite. No, not that one. This one. Why did he have the Ara one so high? Wrong buzzer. Stop saying like Joe. Does he actually say that quite a bit? Make the plank one channel point and sit up. Don't worry, Zeno, I'm on it. We're just going through them slowly one by one because they're very hard to get to. Almost there. 300. Also make them uncapped. If I can find a way to make them uncapped, I will. I have no problem with that personally. Anything to get back to him after all the pain he's inflicted onto me and others. Psychological torture is still torture at the end of the day. And even though I wouldn't ever torture a soul myself, psychological torture is a different question. Almost there. As I said, wait till the next stream when JosephniteFlyer is here.
The Nether.
And then you will all be free to torment him as he struggles to find out why all of these have been switched. Okay, let me see if I can figure out the other thing. If I can figure out how it works, then I can do it.